Hi friends, I hope you all are doing awesome. So your very own DC analysis is back with a bang by providing you the perfect analysis and prediction of yesterday's match wherein RCB was the final winner for us. So today we are going to discuss about the fourth match that would be conducted in between R- Rajasthan Royals and Chennai Super Kings. So finally, the wait is over and the Indian Premier League 2020 is up and running. The tournament we all were so eagerly waiting for has gotten off to the stupendous start. After a nail-biting contest between Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings in the first match, Delhi Capitals and Kings 11 Punjab produced a humdinger. The start of IPL has certainly made the wait worth the tournament had just started. Up next in the tournament are Chennai Super Kings set to take on Rajasthan Royals. While the Super Kings have already had one outing, it will be the first game for Royals. Chennai Super Kings looked rusty at the beginning of their first match, but got their usual best before the match ended. Rajasthan Royals have a good contingent arriving from England, and considering that those players have already been playing for some time, the Royals just might not need a warm up. CSK and Rajasthan Royals, the two terrific teams with a strong rivalry, are set to lock horns on 22nd September 2020 at Sharjah Cricket Ground, Sharjah. Now, coming up to team previews for Rajasthan Royals. Perhaps one of the most unglamorous team in the tournament, Rajasthan Royals are certainly rich in talent. While they pride themselves on their domestic talent, they have some fantastic international T20 players available this time around also. They took the center stage when controversies surrounded Indian Premier League and were consequently banned to future in the tournaments for 2 years in the year 2016 and 2017. They haven't been able to do much since as they failed to qualify for playoff in any of the subsequent seasons. This time, though, Rajasthan Royals have a strong team, at least on a paper, and that is primarily because of a solid top order that they have Josh Butler, Steve Smith, David Miller, and Robin Uthappa, a few of the best exponent of the game. The participation of Ben Stokes in the tournament is still under the clouds, but it is certain that he will not be a part of the team in Rajasthan Royals' first few matches. Josh Butler, who is quarantined with his family as per the protocols, will also be sitting out of the Royals' upcoming match. Considering the form Butler was in, the absence is certainly a huge setback for the Royals. Although not the biggest threat, Rajasthan Royals are related with nifty Indian players who have proved their mettle in domestic circuit. Shreyas Gopal is an experienced bowler and is as good as any leg spinner playing in the competition. He impressed last year as well as and with the conditions likely to favor spinners, Gopal will have a vital role to play with Stokes and Butler not playing in the match. The onus will be on Sanju Samson, Yashasvi Jaiswal to get the Royals to a good start with the ball. While Sanju Samson is pretty well known for his abilities, Yashasvi Jaiswal broke into the side on the back of superb performance in Under 19 Cricket World Cup. Alongside Riyan Parag, Jaiswal will certainly be the one to watch out for. Rajasthan Royals had an apparent weakness was their death bowling. But with Tom Curran coming in the form, he is the death bowling force. But with Tom Curran being in the form, he is the death bowling woes might no longer need to be fixed. Karan was brilliant against Aussies in the recently concluded T20 series, and with Archer set to bowl alongside him, the Royals have two good bowlers to bowl at the death. The sluggish pitch of UAE should suit the likes of Unadkat and Thai as well, providing the management with a good number of options to choose from. While the Royals had a strong on-paper team before the tournament started, the absence of Josh Butler certainly leaves their plan in a bit of disarray. With the surface likely to get slower with the passage of the match, the importance of scoring quickly with the new ball cannot be overstated, given that a lot will depend on the likes of Robin Uthappa and Yashasvi Jaiswal. Even though they have not a dearth of talented Indian players, the Royals certainly lack Indians who have got good domestic experience behind them. The pool of their Indian players consists mainly of youngsters, and that might be the pool of their Indian players consists mainly of youngsters, and that could be vulnerability that CSK might be looking to exploit. Rajasthan Royals is one of such team that is rich in stellar players who all can with them on that day. Having said that, the absence of Stokes and Butler certainly takes away the balance from their lineup, as they do not have many experienced Indians at their disposal. They rely heavily on their overseas players, primarily Archer and Smith. Conditions at Sharjah would certainly favor them, and if their overseas players can set a good example, the Royals will be a tough team to deal with. Now coming team preview for Chennai Super Kings. With Suresh Raina and Harbhajan Singh opting out of IPL 2020, Chennai Super Kings appeared to be in depth trouble. However, just like he always does, MS Dhoni not only managed to plug with holes in the opening match, but also managed to lead his side to yet another victory. It wasn't easy, and there were a few visible vulnerabilities, but a win would certainly insist a lot of beliefs among the team. CSK win in the first match was a story of two halves. They looked jittery and underprepared in the first half of the first inning, but bounced back with a terrific spell from Sam Curran and Piyush Chawla, Ravindra Jadeja and Lungri Nigdi bounced back brilliantly to back 5 wickets between them at the depth overs, and that managed the complexions of the match. At the halfway stage, CSK went back with momentum with them, but the momentum didn't last for long as they lost Shane Watson and Murli Vijay early in the chase. Faf du Plessis looked scratchy right throughout the innings, but a brilliant knock from Ambati Naidu took the pressure off Faf du Plessis as the pair added 115 runs for the third wicket. With fantastic cameos from Jadeja and Curran, Faf du Plessis sealed the deal as CSK won the match with 4 balls to spare and 5 wickets in hand. While the Super Kings had plenty of positives to draw from their first match, the most relieving of those would be Fab batting beautifully at number 3, a slot that Suresh Raina owned for a long time. Considering that CSK sealed the deal without MS Dhoni or Kedar Jadhav to swing their bat says a lot about depth in their batting lineup. They bat deep with Deepak Chahar available to come in at number 10, and that could be good advantage to have in a current situation. With Fab du Plessis doing well at the number 3 position, the fight for the number 3 seems to be no longer there. Having said that, the management will be worried about the opening slots as Murli Vijay and Shane Watson failed to get them off to a good start. These are early days in the tournament, as even though we expect MS Dhoni to stick with Watson and Murli Vijay, might not have a long rope. He never looked comfortable against James Pattison and succumbed to an in-swinger, getting trapped in front. With Ruturaj Gaikwad and J. Jagdishan available in the squad, CSK will certainly start looking at those options soon. We might even see a change in the upcoming match with Gaikwad and Jagdishan in for Vijay. Sam Curran's superb performance puts Dhoni in a sweet problem to choosing between Dan Bravo and Sam Curran when the Caribbean players gets fit. Chennai Super Kings have never appeared to be an intimidating side, at least never as intimidating as Mumbai Indians or Royal Challengers Bangalore. The secret sauce of their success so far has been MS Dhoni's captaincy and the team effort the Chennai Super Kings always manage to put. They are extremely good at adapting to the conditions, and that is going to be helpful this year. They did well against the potent side of Mumbai Indians and should continue to do well in the upcoming matches too. Now coming for toss prediction, both sides prefer to field first in two matches gone so far, and those decisions eventually made sense with Dave coming into the picture in both those matches. Even though the surface is likely to get slower with the passage of play, Dave might just make the batting whole lot easier in second match. Also, this is the first match on this surface and both sides will want to take a look before batting on it. Therefore, we expect captain winning the toss to ball first. Pitch and its conditions. The average first inning score in UAE hover around 155 runs mark, and the average winning scores in the first inning hovers a shade around 170, albeit at different venues. The total in the first two matches were both around 160 run marks and made for exciting contests. We expect the surface at Sharjah a little more batting friendly and the bowlers will have to toil a bit harder, especially in depth overs. The weather is likely to play completely hot and the fitness of the players will be tested yet again. Needless to say, there are negligible chances of runs, as was the case in the first two matches. Dave could be the factor, making the ball come onto the bat a bit better in the second half of the second innings. Considering that and the usual nature of the surface, the team batting first should be looking to put a total at least 170 runs on the board. Dream 11 predictions. For Dream 11, wicketkeeper, we are going ahead with Sanju Samson. For batsman, we are going for Fab du Plessis. We are making him as our captain. Second, Ambati Rayudu, vice captain. Third, Shane Watson, Steve Smith, and Yashasvi Jaiswal. Then coming for all-rounders, Sam Curran and Ravindra Jadeja are pick of among the same. For bowlers, Lungi Nigdi, Jofra Archer and Shreyas Gopal will play their roles. Now coming up to the final thing, that who would be the winner of this match. So talking about the winner about this match, okay, as you all know, Chennai Super Kings have already played a match in UAE and that could be a significant advantage to have. With Josh Butler and Ben Stokes absent, Rajasthan Royals are certainly not as well balanced as Chennai Super Kings are, at least on the paper. The third point is like Fab du Plessis, Ambati Rayudu and Sam Curran's looked in pristine form against Mumbai Indians in CSK's previous outings. So if you are planning, go ahead with CSK. CSK will win the match. So thanks all for listening this, watching this video. Like it, comment your feedbacks and subscribe the channel to stay tuned. In the meanwhile, our Telegram channel link is provided in our description. So for last moment updates, connect with us on Telegram. Thank you.